Sales of existing homes jumped 6.5% in December, and prices are down 15% from last year. Is now finally a good time to buy? Jill Schlesinger is Executive Vice President and CIO of Strategic Point Investment Advisors. Good to see you. Thanks for coming by.
Thank you very much.
Let's take a look at the numbers year to year from December, this past December to the December before. We saw, the prices across the country, they keep falling like crazy.
And it's astounding because when you think about what happened between 2000 and 2006, prices doubled. So we're seeing a retreat back to more normal levels. Depends where you are in the country, obviously, whether you really want to jump into the market.
Because this is a meeting, we should look at some of these cities where they have absolutely collapsed. There are places around the country where they're down even more than 20%.
The places where we saw the biggest increases are now obviously seeing the biggest decreases. So, Phoenix and in Florida and in parts of California, we see D.C. here, but you see Boston and New York, not as much. So if you are a buyer in some of these markets, there are tremendous bargains to be found. You've got to be careful. You've got to look around. But if you've got a job, very important, and if you've got some money and you can afford
and a reasonable expectation of actually keeping that job.
Indeed. And you look at your mortgage payments and you look and you say, hey, if I make as a couple $100,000 a year, can I keep my mortgage, my interest, my homeowners, can I keep that to 28% of my pre-tax income?
So that whole old paradigm that we used to always talk about, a quarter to a third, no more than a third, never go over the third.
Never. And you will stay out of trouble if you don't do. If you really stick to those old, really important rules. You look in certain areas, obviously.
We have a house in New Jersey, a specific house in New Jersey we want to take a look at that originally went on the market for almost $400,000. Has been sitting there for 2/3 of a year. Now it's down more than $100,000.
So if I want to buy this house, I'm a motivated buyer. I've done my homework. I want to be in Bloomfield, New Jersey. I've looked around. I've compared prices. I have my mortgage documents in my back pocket. I've been pre-qualified. Now I go in and I say, what should I bid on this house? You'd be happy to lowball. There is no offer that is too low in this market. You go in and you say, hey, you know what? Let's see. Can I put $225 out there and see if there's a nibble? Why not?
Why not?
And be patient. There's no reason to rush. You're going to have this whole year of continued price declines.
Because here's the question. People see this, and they see this little bit of an uptick, and especially with this collapsed market, and I'm thinking, I got to go now. Now's the time I have to go. Do they have to go now, or should they wait because it could go even lower?
I think it could go lower, but there's an interesting crossroads right now. Mortgage rates are so low right now, multi-decade lows, and home prices are coming down. So if you look at it, you can get a mortgage for 30 years for around 5%, and prices are coming down. I think this is the year that you really start to look. If you're a motivated buyer, don't be in a rush, be patient, and remember what my mother always said. She's a realtor. She said, a house is like a man. There is more than one for you in the world.
Thanks so much, Jill. Do appreciate it. Write that down.